Alright, welcome back for workout number 2. We're going to follow the same format for all these workouts. So again, we're going to start with 2 4-minute timed sessions. We'll have a 3-set section in the middle, and then 2 6-minute intervals, and a burnout to finish it up. So we're going to work kind of different body parts today, different areas. We're going to do a lot of back work, kind of work from there. So again, you'll need your weights. And for today, actually, you'll also need a towel, a belt, anything that's kind of not going to give on you that we can kind of work with here to kind of stretch those arms. So again, like a hand towel is perfect, a belt. So real quick, if you want to go grab that, go ahead, hit pause real quick, go grab what you need, and then come back, hit play, and we'll get going. All right, so I'm going to run through your first 2 exercises, and then we'll get you going on your 4-minute interval, and I'll cue you through them a hair more. So your first exercise is going to be a plank up. I'm going to demonstrate on the counter. You can do them on the counter. Ideally, I'd like you a little bit, Maggie, no, hush. I would like you a little bit lower than the counter, so a couch, a bench, a chair, whatever you think is best. But, so again, I'm going to demonstrate on the counter, but do it wherever you need to. I'd prefer you a little lower. So, for your plank up, beep, beep. Okay, you're going to be long, straight arms. You're going to come down on your forearms, press up into straight arms. So, forearms, straight arms. Forearms, straight arms. All right, our normal number is 15, but instead, I'm going to have you give me 7 on one side and 7 on the other. So, you're going to push up with your right arm 7 times, down on your right arm 7 times, and then you'll switch. You'll push up with your left arm 7 times, down with your left arm first 7 times. That's your first exercise, your plank ups. Second exercise is going to be your deadlift. I do want you to use one 15-pound weight for this. Come over here, Mags. Good girl. All right, so one weight for me. It's going to be just hanging down in front, holding on the end. For your deadlift, you're going to reach for those toes, squeeze that booty, and stand up tall. So from the side, a couple things to focus on here is a nice flat back. Notice I'm not rolling down. I'm keeping that back flat, and I'm hinging from my hips. Notice also I'm not squatting. My knees are soft, but they're not bending. Inhale down, squeeze through your glute, and stand up tall. So that's going to be your deadlift. So we're going to go 14 plank ups technically, because you're going to go 7 on each side, and then 15 deadlifts. All right. Let's get this going in 5, 4, 3, 2, and go. All right, so plank ups. Counter, bench, bed, floor, wherever you want to do it. Nice flat back. Coming down on your forearms, pressing up onto straight arms. Again, focusing on this plank up is to keep that back perfectly straight the whole time. So we're not wanting to pike our hips and do it. We're not wanting to really tuck our hips and do it. We want a nice, strong tummy. So we're working our core muscles and our arms here. Good girl. Yes, you're a good girl. All right. Big exhale as you press up. Inhale as you come to your forearms. Same thing. Don't shrug your shoulders up. On plank ups, it's really easy to let that tension get up in your neck. Don't let it. Keep that posture tall and long for me. All right. 14 plank ups, 7 per side. I'm going to move you onto your deadlifts, even if you're still working through those plank ups a little bit. One weight, straight legs, straight down, squeeze through your glutes to come up tall. So again, we're not bending our knees, they're just soft, so we're not hyperextended or locked out. Hinge from your hip, all your movement comes from your hip. Squeeze your glutes to stand up tall, flat back. Reaching for those toes, not to get all the way to your toes if you don't have that range of motion, but just reaching for those toes. Inhale down, and exhale up. Keep that going for me. Squeezing through those glutes. 15 times. Good. So, plank ups. 14, 7 per side. 15 deadlifts. Keep that going for me. That's perfect. All right. So, again, we're focusing here on our core. We're focusing on our chest, our arm strength. Really focusing on those glutes and that back as we work through that deadlift. Again, so on that deadlift, you're going to inhale down, exhale, squeeze through those glutes to stand up tall. Same thing, on that deadlift, I don't want you shrugging up. I want that back flat. So again, we don't want to shrug up and hinge. Notice whenever you shrug your shoulders, you automatically round that back. As soon as you open that chest up, that back kind of flattens out. So that's a surefire way to know if you're getting tension up in your neck or not. So pressing up on that plank up, nice straight arms coming down, controlling your movement. You can move as quickly as you want through these exercises, but I want you to control them. That's the important part, is that control. All right, you are almost a minute away from being done with this first set. So keep moving through wherever you are. Again, try not to speed up. That's not the goal. The goal is to control them. Get through as many sets as you can, but with control and stabilization. Good. Solid, deep breaths, tall posture, nice flat spines for both of these exercises. Neither one of these exercises involve us rolling through our back. Keep that tummy lifted, lifting that rib cage kind of up into your spine. So again, a lot of times it almost is going to feel like we're tucking forward a hair when we really pull that core in and engage it. You're not. You're just keeping a strong, engaged core. You've got 30 seconds left. Keep this going. You're doing awesome. Nice deep breaths. Moving for 4 minutes through these exercises. Kind of getting that warm up in, getting that heart rate up, getting that body prepared to move. 15 seconds left. You got this. Nice breath in, nice breath out. Finishing it up in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Set weights down, relax those arms, shake everything out. We got one more set like that. So one more 4-minute interval set. I'm going to run through your exercises for you real quick, and then we'll get going with it. All right, this is where you're going to need your towel, belt, whatever you are using. We're going to do some shoulder rotation work just to keep up range of motion and mobility. So holding your towel or whatever you're using wider than your shoulders. Not a lot, but a little bit wider than your shoulders. And kind of pull it apart a little bit. You don't necessarily need tension on it, but you don't want any slack. We're going to bring it up and overhead as far as what you can, and then slowly bring it right back down. Bringing it up and back as far as you can without arching through your back. We want to keep that spine nice and straight. So that's going to be your shoulder rotation. We're going to do that 15 times. That's your first exercise. Second exercise is a jack squat. What a jack squat is, it's a way to get your heart rate up and get that a little bit of cardio in, get some strong legs. So you're going to side step, sit down in your hip and reach for the floor. You're going to alternate sides. We're going to move through this as quickly as possible. So side step, reach for the floor, up together. Side step, reach for the floor, up together. So moving nice and quickly. While you're moving quickly though, don't lose the form of your squat. All right, let's get going in 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. So starting off with that shoulder rotation, grabbing your towel, taking it up and over 15 times. Inhale down. Go that full range, so as far back as you can without lifting your chin up to the ceiling or arching your back like a ton, and then all the way down to your hips. So just kind of pulling apart on that towel, reaching it back and overhead, down to the front. Keep that going. Again, it should feel good to open up that chest, open up those shoulders. It's a good stretch. It is a little bit of work, but it's a really good stretch for that core and that tummy, and then for your chest and your shoulders. And again, as you go back, you're going to get a little bit of back extension, and I'm okay with that in your upper back. What I don't want is just like this full-on arch. I want you to keep that little bit of engagement. So keep that going for me for 15 shoulder rotations before you move into your jack squats. Nice deep breaths, nice rotation back, nice rotation forward. For that jack squat, again, it's going to be a side step. Sit back in your hips. We're going to reach for the floor. You don't actually have to touch the floor standing up tall. Side step, sitting back in those hips. So again, notice my hips are going back. My knees are not going forward. I'm getting low, but it's because my hips are going down. I'm bringing my chest forward. As I bring my chest forward, though, I'm not rounding down and reaching. I'm sitting back and reaching. Good. 15 per side, so really you're doing 30 total jack squats. So side step, almost like a jumping jack where you jump out, squat down, up together. Keep that going for me, nice and quick. This is where we're going to get that cardio in a little bit. We're going to get that heart rate up, get that blood moving. All right, keep that going. Nice deep side step into your squat. Reach for the floor, even if you don't touch it. When you come up tall and together. Squat down, tall posture. So it's easy to kind of almost want to stay in this hunched forward position a little bit, but don't. When you stand up, lift up into your tallest posture. Again, almost like I attached a string to the top of your head. So as you stand up, I'm lifting you up. I'm keeping you strong, tall, engaged. Very, very nice. Keep that going. So 30 total jack squats, 15 per side, and then back to those shoulder rotations with that towel, that belt, dish towel, whatever you want to use. Keeping that core strong, moving it overhead, bringing it back down. Keep that going for me. Perfect. You've got about a minute left, a little over a minute left, so keep moving through it. You're doing great. Jack squat, getting that heart rate up, getting those legs warmed up, those legs engaged. And then slowing it down a little bit for your shoulder rotations. Getting that nice range of motion, that mobility work in. Both are important. Mobility, range of motion is just as important as our strength, our cardio. It all kind of works together to keep our body healthy and strong. So again, keep moving through it. Again, 4 minutes of continuous motion. If you need to stop at any point, just take a couple good deep breaths. That's okay. Do that. Try to work up to where you can get through all 4 minutes. If you're doing all 4 minutes, keep on keeping on. That's perfect. That's what we're looking for. You have 30 seconds left. Keep that moving for me. So whether you're doing your shoulder rotations or those jack squats, keep moving. I wanted to say slow and steady. Don't go too slow, but keep moving nice and steady for me, controlling that steady state movement. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome, awesome job. Take a break from those interval work, and we're going to go on to some actual set work here. So we're going to go back to our 2 exercises, 4 sets. So I'll break down your 2 exercises for you. I'll have you hit pause. You'll do each exercise twice. Hit play, come back, and we'll move on. All right, I'm going to start working you through them, explaining them. Grab a quick drink if you need it, wipe some sweat, wipe some sparkle off. We'll move on from here. So your first exercise for this set is going to be a bent over row. I want you to use 1 15-pound weight. Come to the counter, or you can use your body. That is up to you. I'm going to demonstrate on the counter, but I want you to kind of step away from it so you're kind of leaning into it so that your back is straight, your knees are soft, and this one arm is just hanging down. You're going to row that weight straight up and down, almost like you're pull starting a lawnmower. If you want to get deeper into it, you can brace on your knee or your thigh and row up from here. The big thing is, as you row, you don't want to open that chest up. It's not an ab rotation. It is all lat, delt, and tricep. So you're going to give me 15 rows on each arm, and then we'll go to your second exercise. Keeping that same single weight, we're going to go into a shoulder press. So holding that single weight on the ends, you're just going to press it straight up, right back down. Exhale, pressing up, inhale, down. Focus, though, as you press up to keep your core strong, to not throw your back into it. All right, so you have single arm rows, 15 on each side. Keep your tummy strong, keep that arm nice and straight in alignment, and then shoulder press for 15. You're going to do each of those 2 times. Go ahead and hit pause, run through those, and then come back. All right, you are going to keep that weight. You may need to drop down to the 3s. I really think the 3s are going to be way, way, way too light. The 15 might be a tiny bit too much, so if it is, just shorten your range of motion. Same position as your bench over row, but we're going to do a kickback instead. So instead of this arm dangling, we're going to pull our elbow to our rib cage. We're going to glue it there. We're going to kick that weight back, curl it forward. Kick it back, and curl it forward. So again, you can brace on the countertop, or you can brace on your thigh. So again, our arm isn't dangling this time, our elbow's glued to our side. We're going to kick that weight straight back and curl. So again, when I say you might need to shorten your range of motion, maybe that is your kickback, and that's okay. Try to get it all the way back, but if not, work where you need to, since we're kind of working with limited equipment here, and that's totally, totally fine. So 15 kickbacks on each side. Keep that tummy engaged. Sticking with the same weight, one weight in both hands, we're going to do a curl and press. So this time we're going to start with the weight low. We're going to curl it to our chest, and same press up. We're just adding that bit of bicep curl in with it. So controlling it down, curl it to our chest, press it to the ceiling. So 15 kickbacks, 15 curl and presses. You're going to run through those 2 times each. Hit pause, and then come back. We'll move on. All right, let's move into your third set of work. You will want your 3s for this. We're going to switch to your lighter weights. And we're going to do a rear fly. We're going to alternate sides again here. So same position, that same kind of almost skiing position, hinging forward, soft knees, hips back a little bit. Not a squat, but hinging forward, almost like I said, in a ski position, flat back. Soften your elbows. So again, almost like we're hugging a tree. We're going to fly one arm up and back, and then the other. So alternating sides, we're going to go 15 on each side in this nice rear fly. Notice I'm not opening my chest up as I fly up. It's just through that arm. Same thing. I'm not lifting my back up. My back is staying flat and low as we fly. So you're going to do 15 flies per side with your 3s. Then you're going to switch it out for one single heavier weight. We're just going to hold it at our chest. We're going to take a wide stance. So much wider than our hips. Our toes slightly turned up. We're going to sit back in those hips in a sumo squat and stand up tall. Inhale down, exhale up. So wide stance, toes up, hips go back, press it up. Squeeze through those inner thighs as you stand up tall. So 15 rear flies per side, 15 sumo squats. Do that 2 times, hit pause, come back, we'll circle on. All right, awesome, awesome, awesome. You are done with your set work. We're going to move on to your last bit of timed interval work. So starting out, we are actually going to be on the floor. So go ahead and come on down to the floor for me. I'm going to have you on your back. Knees are going to be bent. We're going to do some bridge work. So when we bridge, we're going to lift our hips up, press those knees out to the side, bring them back parallel, and then roll them down. Come over here, Maggie. Good girl. All right. So lifting those hips up as high as we can get them. Press those knees out to the side. Bring your knees back parallel and roll that spine down. Keep your shoulders relaxed. Press through your heels. Good. So we're going to get that hip work, abduction work. That's your first exercise. So hip bridge with that hip opener. Your second exercise is going to be to grab one of your heavy weights and we're going to do a side bend. So tall posture. We're going to flex straight to the side, stand up tall. So as we flex, the work is going to come on this side to stand up. So flex to the side, pull this rib cage down to our hip. Inhale down, exhale up, 15 per side. All right, we're going to go for 5 minutes without stopping, so a little bit longer set. Go ahead and come on down to the floor. Let's get into your bridge work, and we're going to go in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. Press through those heels, squeeze those glutes. Open those knees out to the side and bring it right back down. Keep that going, keeping your shoulders relaxed. Reach your hands kind of down for your heels. It'll force you to draw those shoulder blades down and keep you from shrugging up through your neck. Good. Inhale down, exhale, squeeze as you lift. So press through those heels up into that bridge. Press those hip bones as high as you can. Open those knees to the side, pull together parallel, and roll back down. Perfect. You're going on to your you're going on to your side bend for me. So again, that one weight, once you've done 15 bridges, flexing to the side, pull that rib cage to your hip. So again, you may be in a different position. That's okay. I want you to give me 15 of those bridges, 15 side bends per side. We're going for 5 minutes here. So again, keep moving through that. When you do your side bend, really focus on not just kind of losing your posture. I know we're flexing and moving through your spine, but I still want you to keep that core controlled and your shoulders relaxed. So again, as you flex, you're flexing straight forward to the side. You're not kind of coming forward and flexing or back and flexing. You're staying right in this plane of motion and coming up tall. So again, as you stand up tall, pull rib cage to hip bone. All right, keep that going. 5 minutes of work. Bridge, hip open, and side bend. So we're really getting some good core work in here. We're getting some good oblique and lateral work in. We're getting some good adduction and adduction work in through those hips. that going for me. You are doing great. This one is great. This one, yeah, I like the hip bridge a lot. It doesn't seem like that challenging of an exercise, but the great thing about the hip bridge is it really builds up a lot of stability in a lot of different places in our body. It builds up our core and our spinal stability. It builds up our hip stability. It works through your knees. It even really works through your feet and your ankles. As you're bridging, I want you every now and then to wiggle your toes to make sure you're forcing that weight into your heels. You do not want to be pushing through your toes or the front of your foot on those bridges. If you do, you're going to feel a lot more of that tension in your knees, and we don't want to feel any tension in our knees in a bridge. That is not the goal. We want all of it kind of in our hamstrings, our glutes, and even the small of your back is okay because we are working that back. For this side bend, at first it starts off feeling pretty easy, like you can just kind of flex and lift all day long, but I want you to control it for me. So again, it is an easier exercise, but when you actually add the control, it really starts to work and build. So keep that going nice and strong, straight to the side, straight up. You have 2 minutes left. Keep that going. You're over halfway done. Again, I sound like a broken record, but breathing is important. Make sure you're not holding your breath on your side bends. Make sure you're not holding your breath on the bridges. You really want to make sure you're taking those deep breaths, really working through that core as you're coming up and down. Very, very nice. Keep that going for me. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Press through those heels for your bridges. Tall posture for your side bends. Very, very nice. Keep that going. Deep breaths in, deep breaths out. Keep moving. Again, like I said, if you need to take pauses through this for any reason, take quick pauses. That's totally fine. I want you moving. I want to kind of build up your endurance. I want you getting as much bang for your buck out of this workout as you can. But you know how your body feels, and that is more important than anything. You're in your last minute. Keep working. Again, don't speed up. Just finish up your loops where you are. So whether you're bridging, side bending, whether you're at 1 or 15, keep moving like you normally would. Just know the end is in sight for this first timed interval to finish up your workout. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Those sides should be starting to feel a little bit of work. Again, they start off easy, but they really start to build once you get into a couple sets. Once you get into multiple sets of those side bends, they really start to add up. Good, good, good. Strong tummy. Again, you want to kind of tuck your rib cage slightly forward on the side bends. So you're kind of pulling into your rib cage. As you're doing your bridges, same thing. You want to keep that tummy engaged, but since you're lifting up from gravity, that rib cage is already slightly tucked down and in to start with, so you don't have to worry about it nearly as much. Last 30 seconds, deep breaths, keep moving, control it, control it, control it. As you start to get tired, you're a lot more likely to lose your stability, to lose your control. So really focus on that bridge. Those legs are staying parallel as you come up and down. Obviously, you're going to open up to the side. That's okay. But on the moving part, up and down, you want those legs nice and parallel. All right, give me 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, get rid of those weights for me. We're going to come down on the floor and finish this up, so you don't need any weights for this. Coming on down onto your back again. Hands are going to be at your side. We're going to float those legs into tabletop, so our knees are going to be stacked right over our hips. We're going to inhale and reach one leg out and tuck it in. Alternating sides. We're going to go 15 on each side, so 30 total. As you reach those legs up, make sure that back isn't arching up or down. Your second exercise for this set is going to be a plank toe tap. So, again, you can do your plank on the floor, on a chair, on the couch, on the counter. It is up to you. But what I want you to do is hold your plank, and we're just going to alternate lifting one leg and then the other. So, while you're holding your plank, still keep your core strong and flat, so no hips up, and just lift, tap, tap. It doesn't have to be a big lift. All right, let's get you going in 10 seconds for your last timed interval here. We're going to go in 5, 4, 3, 2, and go. On the ground, reaching those legs out. One leg, and then the other. One leg, and then the other. Again, make sure you breathe. This is when you want to hold your breath on. Do not do it. Reach those fingertips down towards your heels for me. So again, we don't want to shrug up like a turtle. We want those shoulder blades relaxed. Reach those fingertips down towards your heels. Keep those knees right over your hips. So as you tuck those knees in, it's really easy to want to pull your knees into your chest and kind of let your hips almost kind of tuck up and rock up off the floor a little bit. You really want to focus on keeping those hips pressed down and your knees right over your hips. So by not pulling those knees into your chest too much, you will keep your body and your spine right where you need to be. Long, slow reach, control it. So it's not a quick in and out like a bicycle. You're going to reach, kind of hold it for a split second, and then switch. You kind of want to hit the end of that single leg extension and hold it for a split second before you move on to the next one. For your plank toe taps, you can do them on your forearms, straight arms. It is up to you. You can alternate. You can do it one way one time, a different way a second time. That is up to you. As long as you keep that spine nice and long and everything engaged, that's perfect. And again, just lifting one leg and then the other. So I'm going to be on the counter. I want you a little lower though if you can. You're just giving me a little lift, tap, tap. Working through your glute. Notice as you lift that leg, we're not arching our back. Nothing's moving except that leg. Again, we're really wanting to work this glute. Keeping that core strong, the small of your back nice and strong. Keep that going for me, Debbie. You are moving, you are shaking, you're doing awesome. Keep that up. So again, really focus on targeting that core a little bit and our overall body stability for this last 5-minute set that you're working through here. So keep that going for me. Nice long legs, nice long spine. Kind of the goal of both of these exercises is to get that nice long extension. When you hear about Pilates, you hear about lengthen and strengthen a lot. That's kind of what they mean by that. Is a lot of times when you're working through these core moves, you want everything long and engaged. So you're not crunching up, you're not tucked up, you're not shrugged up. Everything's long. You feel those spaces between your vertebrae. You feel that space as you get long through your leg, as you open your chest. That's kind of what they mean when you hear strengthen and lengthen, when it kind of is referring to Pilates work, which is what you're doing. You're doing kind of twists and variations, but at the core of it, it is Pilates work. On those single leg extensions, I talk about your neutral spine a lot and wanting to have a small arch in the small of your back. As you extend that leg out, make sure that arch isn't becoming a big arch. You want it to be small and neutral. You don't want that whole back lifting up. If you feel your spine kind of arching up or straining or stressing, shorten up that range of motion. What I mean by that is don't reach that leg all the way up. Keep a little bend in that knee. It's totally okay to modify these exercises so that you maintain the integrity of them. You don't have to push yourself and max yourself out if you can't control it. That's when kind of injuries happen or you stress or strain something, and that is not the goal of all this. All of the goal is to kind of keep you healthy and moving. Same thing for your plank. If you feel strain through your back, your neck, or your shoulders, and you're on the floor, move up onto a bench or the couch. Or if you're on your forearms, press onto straight arms. Sometimes just getting a little bit different arm position can really change how our core works and engages. So again, modify this as you need to. It's not that you have to do it a certain way. I would rather you do it how it works best for you than you overdo it and you kind of set yourself back a little bit. So keep that going. You are almost there. You're in your last 45 seconds, so you're in the home stretch here. Keep moving. Keep working through that plank with that toe tap. So again, as you lift that leg, keep your back neutral, really squeeze your glute. As you're reaching those legs out long, really get long through your spine. Keep that spine neutral. Keep your back down. Keep your shoulders relaxed. Press those palms into the floor if you need that little bit of extra stability. And give me 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job. Take a break. You have a 1-minute burnout, and then you are done. All right, your 1-minute burnout. You're going to use your 3-pound weights. You will not want anything more than that. Threes are going to be perfect. We're going to lift to the side. We're going to tap them together in the front, back out to the side, and straight down. So go ahead and grab your 3-pound weights, and we are going to get going in about 6 seconds. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming up, tap together, out to the side, and down. Keep that going. Let's go. Keep your core strong and lower. Again, as you lift, we're not throwing our back into it. That spine is staying perfectly straight. Lifting up, tapping, and down. You want to focus on that when you lift, not shrugging your shoulders up. Keep your shoulders relaxed down your back as you fly. Keep that 1 minute interval going for me. So again, lifting up to the side, tapping together, out and down. You are over halfway down. Keep that going. Up, tap, out, down. Strong core without shrugging up. Keep those shoulder blades down your spine. Soften your elbows a little bit if you need to, or lower those weights a little bit, so not quite shoulder height. Keep it going for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, relax. You are done with workout number 2. Shake those arms out, grab a drink of water, stay hydrated. We'll see you for the next one. Have a great day.